Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an excellent day so far. So today I'm doing a November plan with me. It's the first day of November and I wanted to sit down, plan out my month, and I thought I would film it, show you guys my routine, and I have shown a lot of this before, but November is my favorite month and I really wanted to do a November plan with me. So I have all my stickers here, I've got my pens and my planner ready to go. So grab a cup of coffee, grab your planner or your journal or whatever, and let's get planning. So first off, I'm in my A5 size beige Croco VDS, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with my monthly spread. The monthly inserts that I'm using in this agenda are the Infinite Lotus monthly overviews, and these are my absolute favorite monthly planner inserts. I've been using these for several years, and I've gotten some questions recently if I'm still liking them, and I absolutely am. These are one of my favorites for so many reasons. So getting right into it, let's start with the pen. This is my Uniball 1 pen from Infinite Lotus. I believe they're also on Amazon, but you can get them on Infinite Lotus as well. And I like to start out by listing out all of my important dates. I love this layout because it has a calendar view at the top for reference, but then it also has a lot of listing space, and that's how I prefer to view my month. So down at the bottom, I just list all of my important dates, which includes bills, deadlines, personal events, social events. All of my monthly stuff goes on this spread. I also like to set my top 3 priorities right away and start a to-do list. And these are just monthly to-dos or things that I want to accomplish in the month. Some of them roll over to the following month. Some of them I get done on the first day of the month. It just kind of depends, but I like to at least have kind of a setup for how my month is gonna go. And November is always such a busy month for me. It's our birthday month. Myself, my mom, my sister, and my new puppy, we all have birthdays in November. So there's always lots of celebrations and fun stuff to do. But on top of that, it's also close to Black Friday. There's a lot of deadlines. It's wrapping up the year. So I usually have a very busy November and a very busy December. So I want to make sure that I have all of that stuff planned out ahead of time. So for the top portion of the insert, which is the calendar portion, I just use this as a visual representation of my month, and I also just use it to quickly glance and see where important dates fall within the month. So all I'm doing here is adding in some transparent dot stickers. These are the ones from Paper Panda. I love these, and I'm just marking important dates. So these are either deadlines, meetings, or important dates to note, and I do this so that I can just flip to my monthly spread, see where the dates fall, kind of see where I'm at in the month and see how much I've accomplished or when things are coming up. It's just for a visual, which is why I love these inserts. I get the visual without having to squeeze all of my plans into a tiny box. I can still list out my important dates and my to-dos and my priorities, which sometimes you don't really get that amount of freedom to list in a monthly spread, like your classic monthly spread. I'm just adding in a few stickers to kind of catch my eye. So these are the financial stickers from Infinite Lotus. I love these. I use them all the time. I have so many sheets of these. And I use them for bill due, payday, and budget. Mostly bill due though. I love using these because it's just a great little reminder. It's very subtle, but also sticks out really nice, so you don't miss it. And lastly, I'm just going to highlight the birthdays down at the bottom since I didn't do that up at the top. So I'm highlighting our birthdays down below, and you can see halfway through this I decide that I can't really see the dates that well through these stickers. So I add them in as bullet points and just kind of adjust them. A lot of my planning is very functional, but then there's also an aesthetic component to it as well. I want to be happy with the way that my plans look. I want to make sure that I'm able to see everything and get the information that I need, but also that it looks nice and is pleasing to me. I'm also using tweezers for these little tiny mini stickers from Paper Panda. I just find this is the easiest way for me to place my stickers exactly where I want them. So that is it. That is my monthly spread, and I will just refer back to this, check things off if I complete anything, and just refer back to it for reference dates and things like that. So moving on, we're gonna go to my weekly section, and I'm gonna set up my weekly spread for the first week and then add in a couple of dates for the rest of the month. And I'm going to be using the rest of my 2022 inserts that I purchased. I purchased these for the full year of 2022, and I started off the year in them. I went back to one of my favorite weekly spreads from Infinite Lotus that I have that's undated, but I figured I better just finish out the year in these and save my undated for the new year, or just purchase new inserts for the new year. So at the beginning of the weekly spread, you have a monthly cover page. And so I like to use this to set up some goals or to put in a quote or some sort of focus. So here I'm adding in some of my top goals or things that I want to focus on. And this month, those are time management and patience. Those are two things that I've been struggling with a little bit. I know November is going to be a busy month for me, and I know I'm going to feel overwhelmed at some points. And so remembering that time management is important and to do my best with that and to find new ways to manage my time more efficiently, but also trying to be patient, living in the moment, all of that stuff is really going to be important this month. So I'm just writing down some little goals to keep in mind and also adding in a quote at the bottom. So the weekly spread that I'm going to be using is a week on 2 pages. The left-hand side is a horizontal layout, and the other side, the right side, is all listing. So it has priorities, notes, 2 long to-do lists, and memos at the bottom. And so this insert has a lot of space. I figured it would be good for November since I know I'm going to have a lot going on. I can do all of my listing, all of my planning right here in my weekly section. So we're gonna start filling up the week with tasks and notes and important dates. So we have bills due. I just went ahead and added in my bill due sticker. Mondays are usually our errand days. We do a lot of home stuff. We do grocery shopping, running to the store, running to the bank. All of that stuff is usually a Monday thing since most of that's either closed or hours are different on a Sunday. I also like to do a lot of my meal prep and plan on Monday as well. So I spend a lot of time doing things in the kitchen, around the house on Mondays. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add in all of my concrete dates that I have so far. So meetings, deadlines, and appointments. So moving over to the second half of the insert, which is our listing space, we're putting in top 3 priorities. So meetings, deadlines, and health, that's something I really want to focus on this month. And after that, I'm going to separate my to-dos into 2 lists. So just like how Monday is kind of our home day where we get a lot of stuff done around the house, kind of like admin stuff, I guess, just household things. That's kind of how the beginning of the month is for us too. We spend a lot of time resetting, reorganizing, cleaning, and getting everything kind of reset for a new month. I either do it at the end of the month or the beginning of the following month, if that makes sense, just so I can have kind of a fresh start each month in our house. And I'm also going to make a separate list for all of our tasks. So meal prepping, grocery shopping. I have some workouts that I wanted to plan and schedule. And I'm not going to fill this up too much because it's only the beginning of the week, so I want to leave room to make sure I can add in other things as they come up. If I have to make a work task list, I want to have room for that too. So that is it. That's all I'm going to do for the first week of the month. I'm just planning out things that absolutely have to get done, my concrete dates, and tasks that I want to do around the house that are pretty important. I'm gonna leave the rest of this blank. As you can see, I have the weekend blank, and I also have a lot of room still in my listing section, and this is so throughout the week I can come back, I can readjust things if I have to, I can make another to-do list if I have to, and I also like to leave the weekends open, so if plans come up, I can go ahead and write that in, I can make it look nicer. If I only have like one plan for the weekend, I can kind of take up more space, write what we did. If we have a full weekend, I can write all of that into. And finally, the last thing I'm doing to set up for the month is I am going through the rest of my weekly inserts, and I'm highlighting all of those important dates that I had highlighted in my monthly view. And I'm doing this so that when I flip to the week and I see that I have a date highlighted, if I don't automatically remember what that's for, I can go back to my monthly spread and reference my important date list. I do it this way because once the week rolls around, this might be 2-3 weeks out into the month, I might have things that I've already completed. If I finished a project or met a deadline early, I don't have to write it in. Or if I have cancellations or I cancel my appointments or something like that, I won't be writing them in. I might have to write them in the next week. So I just do this so I can view the date, go back to it if I have to, and fill it in for that specific week. And I had a question from someone named Nesta on one of my previous videos asking about how I use my stickers and if I would explain it a little bit more. So basically all of these transparent dot stickers are either used as highlighters to highlight specific dates, or sometimes I use them as bullet points just to kind of highlight a task. So those are really to draw my attention to something. And for my icon stickers, those are just to add a little bit of decor or to draw my eye to it. So for example, for birthdays or for nights out, I kind of want to add something a little bit more fun, more festive. So then I might add one of my stickers, and I use the planner spot icon stickers. I love these and I've been using them for such a long time. I just think they're the best. So I use these kind of just for decoration or to note something special. And some of them have a little bit more of a purpose. So for example, if I have a credit card payment, I might just put in a little credit card sticker instead of writing out credit card statement. It just kind of depends on the week and what the sticker is, what the task is. And they're a great way to add in plans without actually writing in the full word or the full phrase. So for example, credit card, you might know that you have a credit card payment due, and you can put these in your monthly spread as well to kind of just remind you of certain things, certain bills that are due. And then there's also little like appointment stickers, which I like. I can just write appointment instead of writing dentist appointment and put in a little tooth icon, and I can just keep it short and simple. And this is great if you have limited space in your planner, like if you're in a pocket size or a smaller size agenda. So that is essentially all I do to prep for the new month. Of course, as the weeks go by, I will fill in more, and I've left room for myself to fill in more of my weekly spreads. If I need a daily spread, I will go ahead and use one of those as well. But that's pretty much it. From here on out, I'll just be referencing what I already have in my agenda and also using notepads and other supplements to make sure that I'm staying on top of deadlines, staying on top of my important dates, and being as organized as I possibly can. And I also have some clipboards that I usually update on the 1st or the start of a new month, but I figured that I would do a separate video on that. So next week we will go over my clipboard system, which I am super excited about, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!